Hello. And good, closing in on noon, but still morning. How's everyone today? I hope well. This is Slay the Princess. It is, supposedly, I have not played it yet. Well, I played the demo, so that's not necessarily true. It is supposedly a cyclical horror game where you can wander down the paths an infinite number of times, again, supposedly, and loop back to meet all the options that you haven't done yet. If that's the case, that's cool as shit. Hopefully I can get everything. I know Markiplier, of course, just played this whole fucking thing. So. Hello, hello, good? Good you guess? Good you guess is still good. I'll take it. Fuck. My back has been killing me lately. But I'm also bending over a lot more at work, and I just fucking shouldn't be. Loop Hero? Loop Hero is so good. I'm stuck on the last one, the last loop boss right now. So that's where I left off. But I've got a pretty good setup. I love it. It's so good. I'm confused, and maybe it's just because I have to play it more, but it confuses me that there are item slots that you can just never use. Maybe something happens when you beat the game. I don't know. I think my favorite class, it's tough, but Rogue is really good. I really like the Rogue. The second boss is pretty difficult. That's the, yeah, I know specific classes have different armor, but and I can't remember, and I don't want to open the game, but there is an armor slot that is literally never used. Or something. And it's not used by anybody. And I was so confused about that because it's not used by the fighter, the rogue, or the necromancer. And it's like, well, what the fuck is the point of having that there then? Like, I would love to use an extra slot. How do I unlock it? But maybe I just haven't found out how to unlock it. The Necromancer is also a great class, and I'm sorry if I spoiled that, but oh, it's so good. The necklace, that's unused? That's the unused one, right? It must be an unlock. No, I feel like the Necromancer gets lost. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, the Necromancer's super cool. It's hard. I think it's hard. But if you get just the right build, it pays off super hard. Very powerful. But the Rogue is I like the trophy into item mechanic. I play a lot of Rogue, which leads to me having a lot of big monsters hanging around everywhere. Or small monsters. Lots of small monsters everywhere. Yeah, luck-based, so you just want a shitload of tiny little guys that you can just rip right through. You don't care if you have help, you don't need to get that damage off. I mean, you want, like, lifesteal and stuff, but I tend to go for really high attack speed, lifesteal, and, I'll build, fields, I'll build, what else do I build? Oh, no, wait, I don't build... Yeah, no, I build fields, because I think scarecrows can only counterattack so quickly. Build a lot of... God, it's been a minute, huh? Forests for the wolves. Something generates rats, right? Maybe I'm crazy. Goblins, so I do a lot of mountains and stuff. I don't know, it's good. I really like that game. I wish there was more of that game. Even though I haven't finished that game, I wish there was more of that game. You know that feeling? You know what I'm talking about. Alright, enough delay. Let's get started on this. Goblins, thieves, and spiders. There it is. Yep, that's exactly what it is. So lots of villages, lots of, I do wheat fields, because it generates the scarecrows, and then on bandits it's razor grass, and then goblins are pretty okay. I think I also take outposts. Yeah, they heal you if they're good, and they hurt you if... I don't think they... No, they heal you all the time. Even if they're bad, they help you. I forget what my deck build is specifically, but it's pretty good. Alright, anyway, again, I'm delaying too goddamn long. I can talk about Loop Hero all day. Then when I want to talk about Loop Hero, you know what? I should just stream Loop Hero. For now, let's play Slay the Princess. I am hoping dearly...
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So I'm gonna be honest, in the demo, I was not a real big fan of the narrator. I'm still not really a big fan of the narrator. But I'm hoping that my opinion changes, or at least I get used to him. Because he's not terrible. He's not bad. It's not that I don't like him because he's bad. I just don't like him. It's hard to explain. I don't like his... Maybe I'm comparing him too hard to the Stanley Parable. Because it feels like that's what they're trying to do, is have like a Stanley Parable type narrator. And that's fine. I just wish they had used a more unique voice, because it's kind of almost like that guy, so I feel compelled to compare them. And the Stanley Parable narrator is just ipso facto one of the best narrators out there. He's hard to top. So comparing yourself, even, you know, indirectly, not even intentionally, it hurts you, and that's just unfortunate. Because it's not a bad voice. I'm just predisposed to disliking it because it feels like it's trying to do something someone else already did. And that's not even fair. So I'm hoping I can get over it and give it a real shot right under David Attenborough. It is high praise, but it's warranted. Oh man, I wish... God, this is gonna sound like such a spoiled take. I wish there was more in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. And I'm pretty sure I didn't... There's no way I've unlocked every single voice line or every single tiny little interaction, but I played a lot of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I played a lot of that. I got the technical true ending, I got all the old endings, I got them several times, I played for hours and hours and hours, I left it on for 6 days. Like, I did all the fun, goofy bullshit that you're supposed to do. Play the Stanley Parable? Fuck yeah, man, that's a great game. It's fun to just hang out and play the Stanley Parable. Especially the Ultra Deluxe Edition, when they, like, drop a whole bunch of different interspersing scenes. Like, I think there's one where you open your door and it's just like a picture of the hallway, and then it falls, and then it's the hallway, or something like that. I might not have even encountered that, and that might still be true. Fuck. I love that game. Here I go, going off track again. God damn! Alright, okay. So, alright, I need to disconnect. I need to disconnect from the Stanley Parable. I need to pretend I have never played that game before in my life. I've never heard of it. I don't have time to listen to any voices right now. Never even seen the guy. Stanley who? We're playing Slay the Princess, and I'm here to slay a princess.
You're here to slay her.
Okay.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm not an employee. I'm a crow man. Let's get with the program. Alright, so I gotta kill her, it's the end of the world. Pretty simple. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it.
That's
no more birds, no more trees,
I'm a
and
bird.
perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. you have to put an end to her.
See, I'm directly opposed to her staying alive because I'm a bird, and if there's not gonna be any more, it's gonna not happen. But I mean, if she is locked in a basement, I would like to know how this is world ending.
Don't linger on the specifics.
I feel like I
you have a job
must.
to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
How come you can't do it? I mean, you're in my head, so surely you're capable of doing something. But why can you not do this? Do you have any evidence? I would like some evidence.
You're already
Hard
on
proof,
the path
please.
that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
Dude, I don't remember
You've made it
waking up this
far,
morning.
You might as well reach the end of your journey.
When is the last time I took my medication? First question. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because that she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, then if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet! I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution! Silently continue to the cabin. Turn around and leave. Lot of options here. Can't someone else do it,
If
though?
only that were the case, but I don't make the rules.
I feel like you do. I feel like you do make the rules.
I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
I don't quite understand.
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Alright. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
I don't think
You make your way
brain.
up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Alright, we have several decisions.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
I could
The
leave,
air is stale and musty, and the floor
go down
and
and
walls
kill
are
her.
painted in a fine layer
I could go down
of
and
dust.
free her, and then I think she'll
The
kill
only
me.
furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Cool.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What if I want to do it wrong? Then I don't take it, right? Ah, see, I cannot take it. No, I'll take it.
You take the blade from the table.
Hey, look, my mouse
It'd be
is a
rather
little-
difficult to slay the princess and save the world
Step,
without it.
Step, 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 step.
The
Stay
door
away
to the
from me,
basement
lady.
creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
I turned off
This
flickering.
is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I turned off the flashing, just in case. I don't really want to have to keep tabs on a potential epilepsy warning. So I just decided I'd probably better off without having them. I don't really appreciate flashing lights myself anyway. So, no need.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Me.
She sounds dangerous.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Quit being a fucking hysteric.
Don't let it fool you.
Relax.
It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Okay. Seductive. I mean, he said she would lie, cheat,
You
steal,
walk
and do anything in her
downstairs
power.
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on
I'm
the
gonna
task at
believe
hand.
yes.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
That smug ass look on her face. No, I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
I don't know about that. Oh. Where's my chat box? That does not seem to be working. Well, let's move it, first of all. Why is it? What's wrong with it? What's going on here? What the hell? No, that's not what I wanted at all. What is going on here? Shit. Well, I guess there goes the chat box. I'll have to figure that out later. It's probably for the best well, god damn it. Hang on. Oh, that's so irritating. Shit. I have no idea. I have no idea what I did. Unbelievable. I completely botched that. It's crazy. Oh well.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Sure.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I don't know about that. Tighten my grip. I am not letting go of the weapon around this lady.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Yay! I
You
did
step
the right
forward,
answer.
your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Hey.
So,
Relax.
you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Okay. I'll kill her. I don't care. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us?
You go into this expecting to die, you're going to die.
Okay, that's fair.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I'm not dropping it.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just kill her.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back.
Damn.
The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you?
Squint even harder.
You squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now.
They're
You're
about
going to have to make a choice.
to. Kill. Kill!
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Dude! She looks like a psycho.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Damn.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
Yeah. That sucks.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity.
So, I'm like a crow person. I don't know why. I know just about as much of it as you do. We're discovering this as we go. I don't know yet. Yeah, I have no idea. It's very strange.
You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Damn.
Is this really the best you could do?
No.
Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Well, I'll come back a little bit.
She applies
quicker
more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it?
then. Yeah, it looks like it is the end. She's got
I'm afraid
big,
it is.
creepy ass eyes. She's sweet chin music, dude.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
I died. Get owned, loser. That's me. Chapter 2, The Tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yep.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yep, got that part. Getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Okay.
What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
You're a coward.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
He's got a point. This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just
how do
met
you
for
think
the
that's
first
possible?
time, you and
Son
I.
of a bitch. You're an asshole. Let's assume I'm telling the truth. And all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Well, it is.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I guess that's technically true.
Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess.
See,
Slaying her shouldn't have
keep
been
saying
difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
Doesn't matter that he believes.
And I
this.
believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
It's true. It sounds the same way to me.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Well, I figure we're running by roguelike rules where I'm just reset to an identical timeline where none of that stuff just happened, except I get to take some of it with me. That's my presumption, though. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Nothing. That time ceased to exist.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I don't see how that's relevant to me. I don't live in that
If she ended
time.
the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end.
I'm gonna regret getting that bad and right at the beginning.
Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
We have to talk about this princess, dude.
Just be quick about it.
Okay, this is a fair one. To quote you from last time around, she's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
That is not an answer to my question.
Or we could pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
I need to get out of this, guys.
Can we tone down the
loop.
pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying.
Thank you.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Oh, god damn it. Is it worth doing as an option just to see where that ending goes? I would like to know who locked her in the basement.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
It's really not. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? That's fair.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Dude, are you hero grooming me? Like, be for real for a minute here. Like, are you just making this shit up because no one else wants to do this? I think you're just making shit up. Like...
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Dude, don't fucking... He's lying through his teeth.
Of course you're special. Why else would you?
I wish you had a physical body. I would slug you right in the fucking mouth, you piece of shit liar.
Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again.
Cope. Get over it, dude. You're like that guy from ReZero who cries all the fucking time about bullshit. You're being cagey.
I've
Tell
told you
me
everything you need to know. Going into
everything
more
I need to
detail
know?
just
Yeah, I don't like
overcomplicate
that.
an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Listen, sir, I'm gonna need you to give me every possible avenue of
The
information.
less you know about her, the better.
Wrong. She killed me. How do I make
Like
sure
I
that
said,
doesn't happen?
if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't
Okay.
talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Are you calling me stupid? That's
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
it. Great. Turn around and leave. Now, I'll proceed to the cabin. I would like to see what the princess
A
looks
warning before you go any further. She will lie.
like. Yeah, I know that.
Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time. She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
There.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Yeah, you don't. So shut up! God. Where? I'm gonna cry a lot. Shut
The
up!
interior of the cabin is larger and more
What the
grandiose than its
fucking
humble
shit?
exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Altar? Altar? Dude, unnecessary. What is this? This is absurd.
The blade is your implement.
Yeah,
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
are you fucking for real right now, man?
Why do we feel so small?
Because this other fucking asshole in the back of our head's a
We don't
douchebag.
feel small.
This guy.
We are small.
Fuck. You're the worst. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I'm looking right
Who
at it.
cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway.
Shut
I'm sure
up!
that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse.
God damn.
For the last
Who
time,
gave him
you're not
so
going
many
to die
lines?
unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future.
I'm looking in the mirror.
Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal. Probably. Do you not know what we look like?
Valid question.
He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I care about whether I'm being lied to. There's a mirror. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't matter if there's a mirror. Remain silent. I'm going to just approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub
this
your hand
freak.
against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
We imagined a mirror. That's wild. Alright, that's cool. This whole cabin is different than last
Maybe
time.
that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Something tells me this tiny little goddamn knife in my hand is somehow not enough. Jesus Christ.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall.
Holy shit.
The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Booming voice. Good.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
I hate this guy. How fast can I fucking ditch this guy? Can I tell this guy we're gonna go to Applebee's later? Alright? And then, like, hang out in the parking lot to make sure he shows up? And then call him and tell him that we're totally inside, man. Come on inside. And then watch him go back and then, like, jam something in his, like, car door so it doesn't open again and then drive off? Like... Please? As fast as
Should
possible.
we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Dude is just a fucking stapled, failed charisma check in the back of my head at all times. Or wisdom save, I guess.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
I wouldn't support this ideology, my friend.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Jesus.
The princess
My
towers
God.
over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight.
She beats me
Her figure
once and this is what
framed by
happens?
a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me.
See?
I
Bird.
wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Tighten my
As
grip.
if on command, the blade slips
What?
from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it.
I hate
She's so
you!
much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Great. No!
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs
Oh, good.
buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
Yeah.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
Oh, that's a deep line there.
Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods.
Oh, now you
Still,
believe
whatever
me.
you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
No.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
Oh.
Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
I hate you.
No objections here.
What the...
I don't
Oh,
know
well,
what she's
yeah.
planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Why? What are you gonna try and make me do with it? I'm gonna kill you. You're not kidding about that divine hand? Who's doing this? Is it her? Is it you? No! Yeah, I
You
guess I
reach
have to.
forward and grasp the blade.
She's gonna make me kill myself.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
You're a...
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
I'm gonna kneel here forever. Stop making me do things! I hate you. I hate you so much. All of you. Yeah. I'm just... calling it 1,000 million times. Alright, yeah, I don't think that's gonna help me at all.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What?
Yeah. Thank you for not seeing that coming somehow.
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Dude, from your perspective, you're describing this to me. She's like 20 feet tall or some shit. She's massive. This is ridiculous. And you're sitting here like, you've got a weapon. You have a weapon. Come on, dude. Come on, get it together. Are you a coward? Have you played Dark Souls? Come on. I have to.
We'll end this all right.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
I fucked up once. I will not fuck up again in the future.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Are you?
As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
Yeah, you have become unhelpful, my friend.
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
You let this happen to me.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
It's what she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you.
I would like that.
I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from
Jesus
perforating
Christ.
vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the
This is
pain,
horrific.
you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a
Good
god.
God, man. Quit cutting yourself to pieces.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Slay the princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
I'll take that option.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
Ah, it is really gruesome, huh?
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
Free will, buddy, I'm going with you.
You're the
here.
one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt
I'm trying to
us.
kill the princess, but she's making me
just
kill
doing
myself.
what she has to.
Oh, crap. I have to reschedule that since
Is this something you want live on?
I did roll down.
I just want to make sure.
I just, sorry, I was that.
As long as you got it figured out. Cool. Love you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna try and stab this god.
Stop.
Sounds like a plan.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face
Jesus
lowers to
Christ.
yours.
She's so fucking
Your
huge.
devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
Yeah, I'm not making that mistake again.
If you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her.
It's a mercy. Take it.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Still no resist. I'll slay.
Yes, though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
This is gruesome.
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest.
Get owned. Classic maneuver, and you fell for it. Come on. This is swordplay 101. Get it together.
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You
heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks.
Yeah, so much
Numbness
for
and
I can
pain
do it.
spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she
Dude,
drives
she
her
literally
fist into
anime
your
smacked
chest.
me into the ground, bounced me into a combo.
Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
Get
You
owned,
monsters
loser.
and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this. The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
It's true.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Whiner.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
I feel fine. I'm just dying.
She collapses to
God
the floor.
killer.
Her glassy eyes
I just got
watch,
an achievement.
unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
Yay.
I suppose we
owned.
were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
Fuck no, of course not. This is our
Don't
recovery.
let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something. I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yay, I did the right thing. Oh. That's probably bad. Oh!
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh!
And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
Ah! Oh, God!
I think he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Holy fuck!
You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
You're damn right we did. And you'll get over it.
Yikes.
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions.
You got a thing you have to do? I'm sorry, are you busy after this? You got something going on after this? This seems a little all-consuming right now.
Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods.
This is
The
not
end
woods.
of that path is a... If you're... Well, this is
Oh,
just... great.
Jesus. On a path to the woods, at the end of that path is, if your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her, and it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it? Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here.
I hate you.
This is all different, isn't it?
It is, but I still hate
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that.
you. This is some sick music, by the way. Like, I am really digging all the design choices so far. Me being a bird person, whatever. But everything else, I'm getting used to the narrator.
Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
Because you observed it.
So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Alright, so it looks like there's a 3-act structure. Whatever I do... Oh god, there's a lot of options on each of these paths then, huh? Oh shit. I mean, just think about last time. I could have fled the cabin. I could have gone in without a weapon. I could have joined her side at the end of the combat. If I had a different personality going into that, I could have resisted and given, like, oh my god, there's so many different paths on this. Feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You'd better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice. If I don't slay her, if I just stay here or do anything else and we hit this point of no return, then what happens? Go to the cabin, silently proceed to the cabin. I'm done with this, bye! Turn around and leave. If I don't slay her, or if I just stay here,
Then
what happens?
Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there.
Okay, yeah.
It doesn't matter because we're going to win.
I appreciate that can-do
Now,
attitude.
that's
buddy.
exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better all listen
So
to me.
what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten a say in things.
The last time we let you pilot the body, okay, you got us murdered to death. It's ridiculous.
What a crock of shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
Relentlessly, I would say.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
Fuck you.
We died. If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think we have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever gonna change. Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Good. Alright. Bye. That'd be funny as shit. No, let's go. Oh, no,
Good.
not
We're
the
all
wet
on the same
slurping noises.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
It's probably true. You haven't really given me many different
If
tips.
there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things.
God damn.
Maybe
Someone
if
shoot
we
this
just
guy.
grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Let's go. I don't get the fly out of my ear, man.
The interior
ah,
of
the
the cabin is a place
squelching.
that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched
That is a
roof,
mirror.
vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
That's a mirror, right there. That's no door. That's a mirror, and it is like on a different layer than the rest of the world.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it.
This is gonna be
The viscous
horrible.
fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Oh, this is really terrible.
That's horrible.
Thank you.
You did this.
Fuck
The
you.
only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal,
Pulsating.
pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need
Yeah, I know. It's that mirror again, and this time it's blocking the door. You didn't mention the mirror last time either. Why? How are we supposed to get to the basement? There's no door. There's just a mirror where the door used to be.
A mirror? There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening.
Thank you.
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
I mean, last time I literally was seeing.
What are you trying to say exactly?
He thinks we've lost it, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
Your name is Voice of the Broken. Yes, something is broken. How do you know self-awareness?
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you.
It's a little weird that my worst hallucination in a world full of pulsing meat and a bleeding temple is a mirror.
It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
It's a good idea. Let's take the blade.
You take the
first,
blade from the pedestal.
to be
It
sure.
will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Now I'll touch the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
That's a good question.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
God, I hate you. I
Don't
hate
you
you
wanna
so
know what
much.
we've seen?
I hope I can get rid of you
We
after
won't be
this
able to
is
see anything if we smash it.
Nah, I'm with him on this one.
Smash it! Let's get violent already. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
You know, that's how it feels to be a DM to a bunch of players who are just determined that something under the bridge is worth their attention. And it's like, there's nothing under the bridge. It's a small, tiny creek that has, like, an absolutely pitiful amount of water. And they're like, well, there must be something down here. And you're like, I guess if you guys want to spend literally 6 hours in-game doing this, go for it. Wipe it
You
clean.
reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement.
If I smashed it, I would have hurt my hand.
As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
I can kill a god,
Why
but
am I
can I
not
kill a dead
surprised?
god?
You step forward into the darkness.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at
Come
once both
on!
narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in
Ugh.
uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
That's how you feel when you're in something's mouth.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Charred remains? I have not seen any fire yet.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
This is bad.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
This is really gonna be terrible. I'm gonna save.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. And we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Let's see what we got.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
Shut up. It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying. And we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here. And it's why your task is so important.
Let's go.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are
that sounds
painted in
bad.
blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted
it's pretty
streams
horrific,
onto the
but it's not
charred
that bad.
corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment,
Oh yeah,
of
those are
ripped
bodies.
skin and burning bone.
This is definitely a Dark Souls boss.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Probably rip me to pieces, but I'm gonna at least kill you.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
Like, she's not hovering or anything. The chain's not even moving, but the lines are. Your brain does that motion for you. As an animation, I like animation.
You might like this game because it's a. Oh my god, that game is peaking hard. Hold on. Holy shit. I recommend that you try that. It's called Slay the Princess. No, Dog is on the PlayStation.
Is there a movie called Dogwood?
Yes, but it has absolutely nothing to do.
Yeah, I didn't
The game is called Dragon's Dogma. I just call it Dogma for short.
I know that they have nothing to do with each other. I know, Kevin's, I can't think of the name. He's a comedian, I can't think of his last name. He's on Silent Bob and Jet,
I don't know.
which I know you never saw. He's a pretty good comedian. I'm gonna have you watch Clerks
Oh,
which isn't the best movie that he's done, but was the first.
you are all over the place. Can I get back to this?
Yes.
No, sorry. I love you.
Little break.
I guess so, but when you get a chance, I recommend you play this. Instead of like a Stardew afternoon, try playing this for good.
And then, the nauseating sound the skin ends. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
I'm in trouble.
She is
You guys
loose,
can't see this, but
and she is coming for you.
Oh, she's coming for you.
End it. It's the punishment you all deserve.
Now
for what
this
you did to
is
her. It's the punishment I
really
deserve
cool.
for letting it happen.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
You tell him. I'm going to end you. Slay the princess. What happened to you? I'm not talking. She's coming right at me. There's no time to talk. Slay the princess. Let's just go for the standard silent.
Your heart full of fear,
Pretty
you
much.
charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very
Dude,
essence
I am
in
not
one
waiting
blow.
2 seconds for her to open her mouth. I'm going right for the kill. The critical spot is right here. It's exposed.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
Well, we're about to see. She might just fucking literally explode into fire.
The horrifying squelch. You are unwound.
She literally undid me.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever.
Well. Uh-oh.
Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
What the? Okay.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I'm sorry. Am I in a state of limbo as an exploded corpse?
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator's
Yes.
gone.
Does that mean the world ended? The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror, approach the mirror. I don't really need to hear anyone's dialogue. I'm just gonna approach the mirror.
Don't do this.
Why? The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I don't want to look at us.
You approach the mirror. I didn't get to choose.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Yeah, we heard you the first time, buddy.
I don't want to look at us.
We heard you the first time, buddy. The voices feel small and distant. Gaze into your reflection. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body. It's you. Yeah, I'm like a bird man. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. There she is. You are at the cabin. Sure. That's Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. Harvey Birdman, slayer of princesses, more like. This is ridiculous, right? This is extremely high fantasy. Come on. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Okay. Don't tell me anything. I have seen nothing about the DLC. I want to hear no words. Attack the entity. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
Okay.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Okay. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Okay. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Okay. The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
I will.
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Oh, good. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
So the one thing you did miss, and this is the only thing that's making this decision interesting for me, is that before the title screen to this game, it says that this is a love story. What happens now? I'm just gonna ask.
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Hello.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Well, that opened up a lot of dialogue. Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
There. How much will I forget? Dumb question. How many more pieces of you do I have to find? Interesting question. What if I don't let you do this to me? Do what to me? Oh, the forgetting. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? That's the most present question.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay. I imagine these answers might change as I provide more princesses as sacrifice. What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea. I'm not going back. Jesus. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Just keep playing. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
And then I'll remember everything. I'm gonna wait.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Thank you. Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished.
Fair.
What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
It crashed the game. I don't know if that was supposed to happen. The tech!
You have
No!
returned to me.
Oh
And
shit,
though I
nice!
recall your moments, I never left your side.
Attempt to outweight your destiny. Though you were gone mere moments. I wonder if it checks how long you were gone. I'll do it another time. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
That won't work.
You won't.
Ah! Jesus! bring fury to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
Good God. You can skip previously team dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or R1 on your controller. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I was checking my Steam overlay. I just got like 5 achievements back to back to back to back. Unfortunately, I don't have the Steam overlay caught on this. So I'll just announce them as I get them. And I'll just check the rarities later. I'm gonna leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yup.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
That's correct.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
You're a piece of
How
shit.
convenient. Everything's
you.
back on track again.
You're
Maybe
an
the world
asshole.
can still be saved after all.
I'm gonna turn around. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me.
I didn't ask you.
I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Yeah, well, that happens anyway. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're
Yes, they
facts
are.
of life, and if you had
Wrong.
an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
I don't, so I don't.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
You're cheating. You're cheating. Oh, yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm just gonna keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Yeah, well, you know what I have to say to that? Fuck you, dude.
And here we go.
wait,
As you trek
hey,
into the
whoa!
woods, something strange starts to happen.
That's not right. That's not where that was.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Come on, man. You can't make me do this.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
No!
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you?
Correct.
It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
I feel like you've got that pretty spot on there, pal. I'm glad you figured that out so quick.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
Yep.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness.
It is on sale for like 10% off right now.
Spent lost
like
in the woods really
$14.
matters because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. The Stranger. Not Xbox.
You're on a path
What?
in the
Hey!
woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Am I in a cage?
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My Tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
Just met for the first time.
If he doesn't
my
remember what
ass.
happened,
Yeah, you keep
then
pulling
maybe
that
it's
one.
best to keep it that way.
Fuck
I
off,
don't
man.
know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Thank you. See, this is a guy I can get along with.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
My man. My man. Automatic upgrade to number 1. You know what? You know what? Stay put. Stay put. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna do this live. We're gonna do this live. You guys won't get to see it. Alright, how do I use it? Custom template. Make it template. Can I? Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. If no, it's not a thing. So I'll make my own. Single use template. Okay. Here we go. Oh, no, that's not right. No. All right. Hang on. I'm just gonna call them voices. All right. Let's say contrarian. How do I fucking do this? Whatever. I'll just keep doing it. Broken. Hero. Stubborn. And narrator. And, I'm not gonna get into the princess. Okay. Ah, this fucking sucks. Alright, no, I don't want to do this. Ah, that's fucking... I'm just gonna have to open, like, a Google Sheet. I just didn't want to do this. Alright, S, A, B, C, D, F. F minus. And then I'll even make an S plus, just in case there's like a really absolute top tier motherfucker. So I'm gonna put stubborn in A tier. He was a little kill happy. A little kill happy. Okay. The hero, so far he's in a B. Nothing crazy. He's not insane. He's okay so far. Broken is F minus. Hate that fucking guy. So far, contrarian. Contrarian's getting an A. I'm gonna leave the narrator at a C, and we'll go from there. I'll move people as time passes.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Sure. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost.
Lost?
Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Why does that matter? If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods. Forever. Stay in the woods. Forever. Maybe. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
No, I didn't actually want to go.
Before you go any further. She will lie. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Sorry, I totally just clicked through that because I just speed read.
Let's keep an open mind.
Gotta stop. It's a free roaming game. Quick, block it off. Literally, there's fucking... I didn't want to do that. Are you kidding me? I was gonna wait in the woods forever. That sucks.
The cabin interior is wrong.
Whoa.
A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table
Alright, I'll stop moving.
is a pristine blade.
But it is hard to not move the mouse, I will be honest with you.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
He's got a great point.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Many,
You can't just say that. When everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Oh boy, here we go.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Geometry.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'm fine.
He's earning a bump up.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Approach the mirror. No, yeah.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
He's gonna hate it when we get to the end and there's that mirror. He's gonna freak the shit out. Alright, I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
Okay.
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Hold your blade the other way.
You switch your grip on the blade.
Yeah!
Congratulations.
Oh shit, I'm moving the fucking thief class. Exactly.
Yes! Isn't this so much better?
I love this guy. I love this guy. You know what? You're coming up to S rank, buddy. Unless you really fuck me later, you might stay there.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
I'm working on it. Maximum contrarian. I'm gonna feed him. I'm gonna feed his ass.
Haha, yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade
How
at the
did
window,
both windows break?
glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that.
Good point.
I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon.
Oh my god.
What's done is
Grow
done.
up, dude.
Good luck, hero.
Embrace the insanity.
The door to the basement
Oh
reveals a row of
no!
branching staircases, all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
I don't know where I'm going. Am I just gonna jump?
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it.
Sludge-like
Kind of indiscernible
air?
quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odor that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Great.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Dude, you can't just reuse that line every time. Like, we come down sometimes and it's like, it smells like incense. And he's like, well, slaying her would be doing her a favor. It's like, really, buddy? You really think so? I feel like you're just gonna say that about everything.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
This is gonna be terrible. This is gonna be really fucking god-awful. I guarantee it.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
Yeah, buddy. I'm with you there.
Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon.
Cope.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Oh, he's staying at S rank. Take the soft stairs? Take the center staircase or take the harsh stairs to the left? I don't know. What do you think? I'm not sure it matters. Middle? Alright.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere.
Take it.
You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
How do I know? What do you mean I know that much? I just picked one at random.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Okay.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull
It's
and
getting
then
more
vanish,
simple.
until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Haven't even seen the princess in this one.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Aye.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, how many endings are there?
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Got that right.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
The reason I'm here is to ruin your day.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems... normal.
Sure. Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Uh-oh.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it.
Oh, now I'm unwilling to share?
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Well, I didn't bring a weapon.
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I like that idea. I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything in here. Leave her in the basement. Regretfully think about that time you threw the blade out the window. All of them are the same option. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here?
Is this a quiz? If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here.
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen, or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Yeah.
Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Nope.
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
What's your name?
Princess. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
No, I don't need a name. My name is whatever hushed whispers follow in the wake of my devastation.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
There's more of
There
you
must
now.
be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
It must be fear creeping into your heart.
You know you can't stop me.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
I'm having a great time.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade. The one he made us throw out the window. I wasn't the one who threw it. Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us. Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions.
Nah, this is
Okay,
great.
this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
Because I want to hear what she says.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
It's not that
We
hard.
need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
If I let you out of here, what are you going to do?
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. I just want to live my life. I'm not going to dance for you. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do.
If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction. It's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under?
Oh, he's cracking. He's cracking under the pressure.
Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different?
Question.
Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Oh my god. You were S rank. You're... I'm gonna do everything.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Okay.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
Okay.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't...
Oh, he's broken.
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Oh, this is horrific.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Oh, you opened the door. I was just about to answer you. Yeah. Just give me, I will be back in 1 sec. Just gonna go take a quick 2 seconds. Apologies. Right? It's not the 2-minute break that I promised. This is shite. Oh, no. What the fuck did I do? Twitter just gives me random notifications. Okay, alright, back to it. Let's see, where are we at? Okay. Nothing is
Luckily for
extrusion.
all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Oh,
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
no, probably not.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others,
they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
we can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
A little bit.
Please.
You just destroyed everything. I'm not gonna fix you. What? What do you... Get out of here. I love you too. So sick of you. Whatever. You just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. I'll do my best. No. You just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. Oh. I guess that's an end. But you'll never know if she hears her reply. She's gone and memory returns. When everything is gone, nothing is.
She's gone.
What's that?
Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Well, let me do that. That way I don't do... When everything is possible, nothing is. That's what it's called.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's gonna be okay, just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. I got an achievement called The Bloat. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Alright, have a good night, bud. I'll see you later. I'm sure when you come back in, I'll be playing something more fucking insane somehow. I'm back at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Yeah.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Okay. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? Or you know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I'm curious.
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. Why can I
Those
not do the
paths
same
lead
things
to
I've done
worlds
before?
you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay, I like that. What do you feel about me? These vessels, I've hurt them.
There is a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I cannot be as I was before. There are new spaces that I must fill.
Okay. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
Okay.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Okay.
I will transcend in due time, and there is no way forward but to contribute to my awakening.
That's a very ominous way to put it. I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Goodbye. Bring the stranger to her, the hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Yep. I can't turn around. Okay. Silently continue.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning. Before she will lie.
Yeah.
We're not going to go
Yeah,
through
yeah.
with this. Ignore him. You don't-
Yeah.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The blade is your implement.
Yep. And
You take the blade from the
Yeah,
table.
I'm gonna go for the confident.
It'd be
ending. I'm
rather-
just gonna go right for it.
The door to the... Her voice.
Who's there?
She sat... Don't let it...
We've been here before.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Yep, we're not playing games.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Weird.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
I mean, why wouldn't it be? Of course it is. She's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Good.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Oh, sorry for bumping the mic. Yay, we did it.
You open
We
the
killed
cabin door,
princess.
ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
We did it.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
So you lied to me.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
You're a piece of shit. I was kind of hoping I would get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
Great.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Of course we are. I like it here. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Good point. Okay, maybe I'm not happy. And I'm not just saying that because you're the last person to talk to. No, we're happy. I'm sure of it. Let's go for the eternal peace ending.
Really?
No, we're happy.
Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess.
I won't.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voice's pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Yay! Yay! I saved everyone!
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Past the point of no return. There's no going back now. Okay, maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here, though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out.
That's unfortunate.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
But I already got the
not?
good ending.
There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Yeah. Well past this. Anything to get us out of this hell.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Such a
The princess's
bitch.
body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Yay. That was
The
fast.
end. Nice knowing you.
The Spectre. Alright, we're going full
You're on a
kill
path
mode.
in the
Absolute
woods.
murder time.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yep, we know. But I killed myself. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And
If he doesn't remember what happened, then that's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her
Voice of
last
the
time.
cold.
We'll just do it again.
Edgy. Alright. Let's see. Contrarian, I'll leave him at an S. He was alright. So let's put Goal Cold and C for now. Just to see.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Just go to the cabin.
a warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and
She won't be a...
She won't be a problem. Got that right, buddy.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Cool.
The blade is your implement. It feels like no
Yeah.
one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Take the blade
You take the blade from...
into the basement. Oh, mirror just vanished. Sure.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
You just keep saying
The room
that.
below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Yeah, any day now.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Yep, good for us.
Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Ghost. Ghost princess.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
You really? You ghosted?
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
I mean, let's not underestimate the power of the undead here, buddy.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Not my problem.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to. Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
You're adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me.
Oh, well, that's really Sorry, ma'am. Just right there.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. Of course I attacked you. You're supposed to end the world. That's why I killed you last time, too. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? What do you want from me? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts? Slay the princess harder. Fine, if I can't hurt you, then there really isn't anything for me to do here. I guess I'll get going. Leave her in the basement. Lot of options. Okay. I would like to know why she's a floating ghost and I'm not.
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here.
I love the voice acting.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Ooh, this is an interesting decision.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
This would just be temporary, right? You'll leave once we're out of the cabin. What if I say no? If I let you in, do I still get to be in control? Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you'd end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over.
She is dead.
She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Obviously, it was wrong of me to believe that. How could you have ended the world if all it took to kill you was a knife to the heart? What are you going to do if I help you get out of here? Well, were you going to end the world? You didn't answer my question. Do you want to end the world? I'm not cold. I'm just dumb. I'm just a big, dumb, stupid idiot. Stupid. What was I thinking? Just believing what I was told. Return. Leave it at that. You did not answer my question, ma'am.
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
You still didn't answer my question. Even if you don't want to end it, does letting you out of here mean the world is going to end?
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think.
Sure.
But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't.
Oh, good point.
And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different.
I think the most interesting option is to allow her to possess me, so I will
I'm
do
not
that.
so sure endings are real.
Where are you going to end the world?
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
What are you going to do if I help you get out of here?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe I'll haunt you. It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
More of an unlife.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when that someone is dead.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about in the woods. This already happened. We
Yes,
killed her.
obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened, but you have a job to finish. Finish how? We already did what you told us, and now she's a ghost. You haven't tried slaying her yet this time, though, have you?
Several times!
And then what? And then you'll have saved the world. I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world, if that's even still an option. What do you mean, after? You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? You're going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that. I'm not going to lock you anywhere. What an interesting choice of emphasis.
All right. Some of these responses are really doing it for me. Stop playing the victim you threatened me last time is a pretty solid response. But do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that, and it wouldn't be hard to do it again. I'm sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you? Oh, holy fuck. After I killed you, this cabin, I want to say it teleported. I wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape. If you're really dead, then there isn't really much more for me to do, is there? I guess I'll get going. Slay the princess is still an option. I'll tell her this
You
one.
poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
Oh, don't play fucking sarcasm.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathizing with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right. I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
It's true.
It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
I would like to say stop playing the victim. You did threaten me last time.
Well, yeah. You brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
Yes. That knife could have been for anything.
It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer. Especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
that's fair. If I knew I had to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I don't want to ask this question. This feels like a total fake out into a death. I'm going to let her possess me because that seems funny as shit.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Thanks for the body, killer.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
Sorry.
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Is that it?
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and
I'm still
convulsing
interested to see where
violently,
this goes.
each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Get up. You've still got a job to do.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Yep.
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
Fair.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor? Are they also supposed to be you?
The what?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
Yeah? Go on. Finish the thought. What are you?
I'm... a voice? I'm me, is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
Do you have to deal with this annoying bickering all the time?
Yes.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Hopefully they'll all go away once we leave this place. I don't know how you can tolerate all of this noise.
You know, Princess, I'm glad you can finally kind of see things from my perspective a little bit.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
Fuck off.
So you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there, like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Obviously she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm enjoying the narrator bullying. It's fun.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Oh, shut up. Stop trying to manipulate everyone. Or don't, actually. It doesn't really matter. Because you won't be around to do this for much longer.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Slay the princess. Can't think straight. There's too much noise.
Then don't think. Just move.
One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
I feel like you would be great friends with the Contrarian. I'm gonna save here.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens when we leave. But if I'm stuck in here, I'll be making some renovations. It's too crowded.
Renovations feels like a bad idea. We're getting out of here.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
Okay, cool.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, If she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
Semantics,
I suppose it's
guys.
all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
You know, Cold, you're not really fighting your way out of C tier. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. I'm not quite certain you're gonna escalate. But
Against the
we'll see.
backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
Yay,
For
staggering.
how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
It's because he can't stop me. Why do you think he sent you here?
I hate to admit it, but she's not wrong.
I mean, I figured that part out.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
The fuck are you talking about?
And whine.
Yeah.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Dredge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
Finally! Finally!
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open.
Twist it? It was a grab handle.
Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone. And so is everything else.
Shit.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
We're still here.
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
These are all great questions, and I don't have any answers.
Alright. Let's see if I'm stuck with you forever.
You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you. Thank you for leaving.
Guessing not. All's well that ends well, right? You lived up to your end of the bargain, so I'll live up to mine. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
There you go. It's time to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
Is that a...
Yeah, we're just gonna approach the mirror
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
because it is.
Ignore him. You have to look.
Yep, gone again. Oh god, what the hell? I've withered. It's bad. Found myself in the long quiet. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Okay, you are the one who asked me for more perspectives. You've only had a couple.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? Doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't it make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? I'm still planning to kill you once we're done with this. You know that do you know what happens to the other worlds we leave behind? Have you figured out what we'll want when we've finished? Do you still not care what I bring you next? How many more vessels do I need to bring you? Do you still not care?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Well, at least you're not like the god. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Rude. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have. But that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, not really. No, I have no opinion. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. Remain silent. I guess it does seem a little distant. It's not like this thing is the princess.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Okay.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
That'd be interesting. Have you figured out what you'll want to be when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
What if I just destroy my own? You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Oh. What if I attack you? Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing
My
happens.
roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Oh, well, look at that. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Bring the specter to her. Not many
You're
people
on
do
a
that.
path in the. You're here.
Yeah. Silently continue.
You make your way up. A warning. She will. We're not going to ignore.
Yeah. We've been here a couple times. I'm gonna try something new.
The interior of the blade.
I'm gonna enter the basement without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice.
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
I'm gonna go for the charm.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Okay. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Hey, man. Fuck you.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Nah, not forever.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I'm a horrible bird man. I hope you don't mind.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Good. Because
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Hey, man, shut up. I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Also, I'm gonna have to take at least a brief break. Maybe I will end for the day.
You attempt to make your way out of the
so
basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Let me
Your
out of here.
shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
You're a dick.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Easier for whom?
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a way to get the chain up.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Oh, this figures. Hold on. I have to go make lunch. I will return. to the horrible, horrible, absolute terribleness of this. Okay.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
She's willing to chew through her arm like an animal. Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
God,
you place
man.
the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Jesus, the fucking eyes.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
That's horrific.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah. I guess let's
No,
approach the locked door.
we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Ugh, it's horrific.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Oy.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
Nah.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Figures.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
For her
Oh, whoops. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Rude.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
It can't just end like this, right?
It looks like it will, buddy.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Damn. Chapter 2, The Damsel. We'll save right there. I have to cut for a bit. I'll come back after, or at least tonight. One or the other. You'll see me. So, with that in mind, if you're still here, is it playing? It's supposed to be playing. There we go. Okay. If you're still here, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a follow. Check out my YouTube channel where I upload pretty much all my VODs. There's a pretty big collection of stuff there. You got any suggestions, any questions, any games that you want me to cover or talk about, please. There's a suggestion box on YouTube, not YouTube, Twitch, and obviously every single YouTube video has a comment page. Just tell me what you're looking for. You can also find me on Twitter, and you can check out my Discord. All those links are right here on this screen that you're looking at. One of these days I'll figure out how to do hyperlinking. Till then, go ahead and pause it if you need to. But I'm going offline for now. Thanks for coming. Hopefully I'll see you later.